Hello, everyone. I'm here with Dr. Mimi Guarneri, and who is going to be one of our keynote speakers at the Love Unleashed, the Magic of Collective Hearts in Action event coming up shortly. Mimi, it's been ages since we connected in person, and I'm so looking forward to it.
I am too. I mean, I usually don't go to a conference for full 4 days or so, but for this one, I'm coming up for the whole time. I want to be in that heart-centered space and feel that collective love myself.
Yeah. So is that what you're most looking forward to? I mean, I'm looking forward just to being able to have some time to connect with you. And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting with you and all of our friends over the years who we don't get to connect with, but most importantly, that these are people that are coming from a similar place, right? That are really looking to change themselves first and foremost, and change the world through being heart centered and practice. And I just love that.
yeah, I not to embarrass you, but you're, from my perspective, one of the most aware and cardiologists that I've ever run into. So, what are you going to be talking about?
Thank you for that. Cardiology is kind of funny since you mention it, because every cardiologist knows that there's a mind heart connection. I mean, every cardiologist knows about the vagus nerve, knows something about the nervous system, but yet they don't make that connection, that 18-inch journey of how it can transform one's life. Over the years, I've become very fascinated with the role of connection on all levels, right? And the impact that that has on one's health and well-being, whether that connection is to a higher purpose, whether it's connection to a higher power, whether it's connection to each other, to nature. Uh, and I really started to learn about this when I did all the Ornish research in the 90s. People would say, "Oh, what's the magic in that program? Is it the yoga? Is it the meditation?" I say, "Yeah, well, that's all great, but what it is, I really believe, is people coming together and having their shared story and their shared experience." So I'm going to talk about the science of connection.
Awesome, awesome. It's that's perfect. I've been most of the interviews I've been interviewed for lately. You know, my perspective that I've been talking about is the biggest problem we face as individuals for our own health and happiness, but collectively is disconnection, being disconnected from that larger part of ourself, which you well know, I believe is through the heart, and to others, especially, in our social world and getting along.
I am concerned about that, especially for our children. Uh, and I'm concerned about it for our planet, because we're all part of an ecosystem.
Yeah,
We're all part of, this planet. We're all citizens of the planet Earth, right? And the more we become siloed, I believe the more we lose. And so it's really wonderful that we're going to launch Love Unleashed, right? Because I believe if we can just get everyone a few minutes a day doing a heart lock in, doing some heart centered breathing, putting their love out to the world, we can transform this world. We can transform thinking. I know this for a fact. And it doesn't take that much, because together we become this. It's the combination of all of us become much stronger than just one of us, right?
indeed. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'll be doing one main presentation there, and it's really all about interconnectivity, how we're energetically interconnected with each other. And you may not have seen it yet. We just published a new paper looking at heart synchronization amongst groups, and found that out of 5 groups we looked at around the world with 20 people in each group, that the groups that had the strongest emotional connection with each other, that liked each other and that were actually synchronized, their hearts were synchronized over a 2-week period that we looked at. It really implies that there's a group field that we form that's connecting us on unseen levels.
I believe that that's exactly why when we did the Ornish research in the 90s, there were groups that formed that were so heart connected,
Mhm.
and we would call it the group effect.
Yeah, yeah.
We had measured it. I believe that's exactly what you would have seen. because there were groups that weren't as bonded and didn't do as well. You know, there'd be one or
Yeah.
two people in there stirring it up. But by and large, those groups that were connected, I think if we had the technology we have today, it would have been fascinating to see.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something we can do in the future together. Maybe look at that in some way.
I think that would be phenomenal, really. I think we can create a heart math, body, mind, spirit group and just study it right here at our center in La Jolla. I think it would be terrific.
I do too. Great. Well, Mimi, I'm so looking forward to seeing you in person. It's not that far off now. There's a lot of well, the virtual. It's a hybrid event, as you know, and the in-person sold out amazingly fast, and but there's lots of opportunities for people to join us virtually, and we really try to make it seamless so that the virtual people see all of us, and but we also, as the in-person crowd, sees someone there, and makes it very interactive between the two. So it's kind of a unique way we've attempted to really bring both worlds together. So even if you're virtual, I hope it'll feel like you're really there and really connected.
And you know, I'm sure it will be amazing either way.
For those of you who might be watching this, I hope you join us, and we'll be there with Mimi and a bunch of other really awesome speakers. So take care, everyone.
Bye.